People who will inherit from Jeffrey Epstein's estate. His will was updated on August 8, 2019, just 2 days before his death. Cecile de Jong, the former First Lady of the U.S. Virgin Islands, was named as a beneficiary in Jeffrey Epstein's 1953 trust. De Jong was allocated $1 million in the trust document. She was a longtime employee of Epstein, serving as an office manager for his U.S. Virgin Island-based companies. Darren Indyke, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime personal attorney, is a central figure in the recently released documents and ongoing congressional investigations. He was set to inherit $50 million upon Epstein's death. Newly disclosed emails and court documents allege Indyke helped manage a complex web of bank accounts that allowed Epstein to access large amounts of cash for sex trafficking and to pay off victims. The files include allegations that Indyke participated in coerced sham marriages to secure immigration status for foreign women, ensuring they remained available for Epstein's abuse. Ghislaine Maxwell, who was Epstein's accomplice and is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence after being convicted of numerous sex crimes against children, is set to inherit $10 million from his estate. Karina Shuliak, Epstein's former girlfriend, is the largest beneficiary, slated to receive $100 million, which is $50 million in cash and $50 million in an annuity. She was confirmed as the lead heir to Epstein's 1953 trust, which was signed just 2 days before his death. The trust also bequeathed her high-value properties, including Little St. James and Great St. James Islands in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Epstein's Manhattan townhouse, valued at approximately $77 million, his Paris apartment, and the Zorro Ranch in New Mexico. She is also set to inherit a 33-carat diamond engagement ring and 48 loose diamonds, specifically left to her in contemplation of marriage. Lawrence Larry Visowski Jr., Epstein's longtime personal pilot who worked for him for nearly 30 years, was named in 2026 reports as a beneficiary to inherit $10 million from Epstein's estate. He was Epstein's primary pilot for nearly 30 years and was slated to receive a $10 million bequest from the trust. Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, is a named beneficiary of the 1953 trust, though his actual inheritance remains uncertain due to the estate's ongoing legal liabilities. Unsealed documents from February 2026 reveal Epstein intended to leave $10 million to Mark Epstein. The funds were specifically designated to be held in a trust for Mark's children. Mark has publicly stated he was unaware of being named in the trust. Martin Novak, a Harvard mathematician, had a long-standing personal relationship and professional alliance with Epstein for over a decade after Epstein's 2008 sex crimes conviction. Novak was the primary beneficiary of Epstein's philanthropy at Harvard, serving as his inside man at the university. In a will signed on August 8, 2019, just days before his death, Epstein designated $5 million for Novak. Nadia Marcinkova, an assistant and pilot who lived in Epstein's homes, was identified in earlier court filings as a co-conspirator. She is widely reported to be among the 43 beneficiaries of Jeffrey Epstein's 1953 trust. However, the specific dollar amount she is set to inherit remains redacted or undisclosed in the unsealed Department of Justice files as of March 2026. Richard Kahn, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime personal accountant, is a key figure in the newly released documents and ongoing congressional investigations. He served as Epstein's accountant for approximately 14 years. In Epstein's will, Kahn was named as a beneficiary set to receive $25 million. In February 2026, the Epstein estate agreed to a $35 million settlement in a class action lawsuit brought by survivors who alleged Kahn and Indyke facilitated Epstein's crimes by managing his financial affairs. At least 43 total bequests were identified in the trust, but several names remain redacted in public Department of Justice files. According to the database, the redactions were due to the individual being a victim or part of an ongoing investigation. The estate's priority has been to settle legal obligations and compensate victims, which has reduced its value from approximately $635 million at the time of Epstein's death to around $120 million by early 2026. All of the money should go to the survivors.